Welcome to Truman's Town Hall with your host, Matt Truman.
Hello, and this is Matt Truman coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Today is Wednesday. Guess what day it is? I'm in the van, or I would have played that. Anywho, hope y'all are having a great day. Good start to the week. Man, Dayton is on fire. Did y'all see the press conference yesterday? Listen, I don't know what's going on. All I heard was from what the FBI had put out. And then for whatever reason, the mayor and council member of the 2nd Ward, Don Webb, put out a statement. All that stuff can be seen. Also, the Dayton city manager did a press conference. All that, the FBI or the Justice Department press conference, the city manager of Dayton's press conference, the Huber Heights city mayor and the councilman of the 2nd Ward, both of their statements are over on Truman's Town Hall podcast if you want to check that out. Man, quite interesting day. I would play it here, but I'm on the move. I wanted to check in. See, the city of Huber Heights City Council, no work session, no council meeting, but we're still going to do a podcast. That's right. So today, a lot of crazy things in the news. I don't know if you guys are following that situation in Westchester. There was a quadruple homicide in an apartment complex in Westchester. I do know the area. I spent a lot of time there when I was younger. I used to work for a company that's now out of business, but it was called Roberts. Wow, I think there was something to do with some kind of criminal action at Roberts, or some people that worked at I can't remember. But anyway, so that's interesting. But a side note, yeah, I used to work at Roberts, and our route was in Westchester. And from what I remember, Westchester was a nice area. It was a nice place. Lots of nice new houses were going. Well, this was in the 90s, but so they're not so new now. But it was a nice area. It was right connected to Mason, because I know we delivered out in Mason too. But wow, from what I saw, the Westchester police said that they had no suspects, no persons of interest. It was all family members. So who knows with that sort of thing, you have no idea what's happening. So what else is in there? Governor Mike DeWine was asked, I believe, by the Columbus Dispatch, or one of the news media outlets, if he was going to look into red flag gun laws, gun confiscation. And he said yes. He has his administration looking into red flag gun laws. Now, if you guys don't remember, last year, and I believe it was the 132nd Ohio State Congress, they looked into doing House Bill 228, I believe, and it was sponsored by the former House District 40 representative, which is Huber Heights' representative, Michael Haney. Well, it crashed and burned. I think it was 228. Or was it 560? Okay, so don't quote me on the bill. Hey, cut me a break. I'm in the car driving down the road. Anywho, yeah, they sponsored a red flag confiscation bill. I believe that video I know the audio is on one of the podcasts that we did here on Truman's Town Hall from the introduction of the bill. But I thought the video was up on Truman's Town Hall podcast as well. Okay, so Governor DeWine is talking about red flag legislation. gun confiscation. So basically, if someone, and this is generalities, so, definitely go do your own research on these sort of things, but, don't use Maddie as your number one source, or even your number two. No, I don't care what. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to tell you something if it's not the truth. All right? I promise you that. But anyway, the governor said he was going to try to introduce or have his administration work on legislation that everyone can get behind. But I'm going to tell you right now, those of us who believe and truly believe in the Second Amendment will not agree to any gun confiscation without due process. Okay? Look, criminals should not have guns. Roger. Violent criminals. Let me rephrase that. Violent offenders, violent criminals should not have guns. Okay? There are people out there who make mistakes, but are not violent, a danger to themselves. Okay? Folks earn their right to vote back, right? Some criminals, quote unquote, earn their right to vote back. Why shouldn't they earn their Second Amendment back? That would be my question to you. So later on in the week, when I'm back at the, let's just call it, we'll call the studio my parents' basement. When I'm back at my parents' basement, I will research further. I will bring you more articles, because I've read articles, watched the tape, just like Dr. Phil. I've read the books and watched the tapes, okay? It ain't about you. I'm Dr. Phil, and it ain't about you. Anywho, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look. We're going to research some things. I got other things I want to research and bring to you toward the end of the week. Let's see, what else has been talked about? Well, I guess while we're on the subject of guns, it was very quickly after the San Diego Synagogue shooting that politicians were coming out saying, we need stricter gun laws. We've got to stop gun violence, blah, blah, blah. Listen, from the initial reports, and oftentimes the initial reports are wrong. Many times, initial reports are wrong, okay? But anyway, from the initial reports, the person who went in there was an anti-Semite who didn't like the people inside the building for whatever reason. I have never understood how anyone can simply dislike somebody because of their religion, or because of their skin tone, or because of just who they root for on a sports team, which side they choose in politics, their beliefs. I don't understand how people can hate. There's one word I never want to use, one word I never use, one word that I tell my kids, this word will not be spoken in my house, and that's the word hate. Do not say that word in my house. So the shooter, according to reports, went inside the synagogue, started shooting up the church or the temple. And then an army veteran who was there to worship chased him out the door. The guy got in his car, and an off-duty border agent pulled out his pistol and unloaded 4 rounds into his car. You know, I'm also against the death penalty. Okay? I'm also against the death penalty. I can explain that if you care to, but right now I'll just say this. I don't wish death on anyone, except in defense of others. And I don't necessarily wish death on them. It's just sometimes you have to defend yourself in times of war, in times of, somebody's got a weapon on you. You've got to defend yourself. I carry a pistol. Yes, I do. In defense of my life and my family. That's why we had the Second Amendment, in defense of not only our lives, but our country. I believe it was a Japanese general during World War II who said, "We're not invading mainland America. There is a gun behind every blade of grass." Yeah. Welcome to America. I remember my brother and I took a trip to London, England in 2000. We were in a cab heading somewhere. I can't quite remember. But I think it was to go check out downtown London and all that. But so we were in the cab, and the cabbie was like, "You guys are from America?" And we were like, "Yeah." He said, "Wow, you guys have guns, don't you?" We're like, "Yeah, we got guns. Why?" And he was, "Wow, everybody has guns. You guys, it's like the Wild West." It's like, bro, not really. We have guns and we shoot, but good Lord, it ain't like you see on the movies. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious because guess what? In Britain, heck, you can't even have a knife now. You have to register. Do we want to end up like some of these European countries? I don't think we do. I don't think we want to end up like these European countries. Do we want to end up like, I don't know, Singapore? Do we want to end up like Saudi Arabia or Afghanistan? I read a story the other day. There was a 16-year-old boy who was executed for sending a WhatsApp message because he was angry at the government. Got his head chopped off. That's their form of execution, and they do it in public. I know some people are saying, "Wow, we should do that here." No. Nope. I like our laws. I think many of them should be taken off the books, but that's for another podcast. Well, apparently this is exactly how I get caught in the rabbit hole of videos on YouTube or Facebook. Anyway, sorry, that went for a turn. So today is Wednesday, and I guess we're on the subject of the Second Amendment. I know at the House Federalism Committee, they're going to be the proponents, the folks who agree with the constitutional carry, House Bill 178, that has been introduced by Representative Hood and Representative Brinkman. So I'm wondering, so the proponents are going to go and testify. So folks who believe that we should, and I say we because I'll be in Ohio in June. I'm moving back. But anyway, we should have the right to carry a weapon and not have to go through all the government red tape to get a license. And if you've listened to other podcasts, I've beat it up, train. I've already got a place in mind when I get back to train. 2 places. I'll spend some time on that. So I believe in training not only your mind, but your body and your skills just in case. Preparation. You prepare for all sorts of things. You prepare before you go to work. You prepare before you go to school. You prepare dinner. I don't know. You prepare for everything. Why not prepare for your safety? Why not? Not that anything's bad is, that's seldom does it happen. But if you're prepared, you have nothing to worry about. So I got a place back home picked out for jiu-jitsu. I got a gun range picked out already. I know where I'm going. Prepare your mind, prepare your body, prepare your skills in case the fit hits the shan. You just never know. So yeah, House Bill 178 will be interesting. I hope to read some. I know they're going to send in emails and send in different testimony from folks across Ohio who will be there today. I'm sure there's going